At ICCU, to make a difference, it takes just one connection. A friendly face, an open ear, a helping hand. And then something amazing happens. We find out that we're better together. This is what Idaho Central does in our communities every day. We help our members with the small things and big dreams. This is what believing in you is all about. Idaho Central Credit Union, looking after your daily balance.
Get ready for the time of your life at Circa Resort and Casino, Las Vegas's newest destination for fun, featuring the world's biggest poolside tailgate party with 3 levels of action, 6 pools, and a 143-foot screen. The fun is always on deck with all the games all year long. Stadium Swim, located in downtown Las Vegas on Fremont Street. Book the time of your life today at circalasvegas.com.
It may have been a new job or starting a new business. Maybe you were looking for a better place to raise a family. It's possible you were returning home to the place you love, to Idaho. Whatever your reason for coming, 40 years or 4 months ago, Lithia Ford of Boise wants you to know you're welcome here. Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
When it comes to concrete, we've got you covered. RowPaint.com offers custom concrete coating services for your garage, business, warehouse, and more. And we do it in one day. We are your complete concrete coatings solution.
Well, greetings, Boise State fans. Welcome. I can't say courtside because I am not courtside. We are up here in section 105. I do have to talk a little quieter because Bob Beeler, Abe Jackson are literally sitting right next to me doing their pregame show as well. So welcome on into the Thomas and Mack Center. BJ Rains with you for Bronco Nation News. You can see Boise State on the court warming up, going with the orange uniforms tonight. This is the Lithia Ford of Boise pregame show. Our road trip coverage sponsored by Idaho Central Credit Union. Thank you to all of our great sponsors for making this happen, including RowPaint.com, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. Get your comments in, Big Wade. And I'm right there with you. Feel free, Big Wade. Right there with you. Feel free. If you would like to listen to Bob and Abe, feel free. They're doing a great job, and I would not be upset one bit. We got Yes Sir, Kurt Blake chiming in, Go Broncos. We're going to hear from Leon Rice in a little bit. Just had a Jeremiah Dickey sighting as well. Boise State athletic director is in the house. This is a big game for Boise State for a lot of reasons. Wyoming is up big. Let's check that score. 59-44. Wyoming is up in the second half. So Boise State has to win here. 2 out of 3. Boise State has to win 2 out of their last 3 games to win the Mountain West. So 2 out of 3 will get it done. There's the score. Appreciate it, Nathaniel. Game is right before Boise State, so there you go. Nick's saying Big Wade. Get those score predictions in. Donovan Williams for UNLV is back. Makes you a little more nervous. Yeah, there would be reason for that. A lot of reasons for that, actually. Where is your spot at the game? Well, you can see the camera. I'm up here by the camera. So the camera is on the table that I'm at. So they've got us here kind of in the upper section of the lower level here. So for the Mountain West tournament, they have us down on the court, but up here for the regular season game, they sell those seats down by the court to fans. So we are a little bit higher up, but got Bob and Abe sitting right next to me. So I'm going to talk a little quieter so I don't bother with their broadcast here. We're going to hear from Leon Rice. We got a lot of stuff to get to, but go ahead and get those score predictions in. We do it every game at this time, but we're giving away a $25 gift card to the James and Cocktail and Whiskey Bar right across from BSU. So give us your score prediction. Whoever has the best score prediction that's a subscriber to Bronco Nation News gets the $25 gift card. to the James Whiskey and Cocktails. So there it is. And you can get those scores in now. We'll get those going. We've got, let's start going through some of these. I'll get this off the screen here. You can see Boise State warming up. They're going with the orange uniforms tonight for Boise State, going with the orange uniforms tonight. And don't forget for Boise State, the big guy to stop is Bryce Hamilton. Boise State did a pretty good job against him in the first meeting a couple weeks ago, and he had 32 points. So Bryce Hamilton, the leading scorer in the Mountain West, almost 22 points per game, number 13 for UNLV. That's going to be a huge, huge challenge for Boise State tonight to try to stop Bryce Hamilton of UNLV's. You look at his last 11 games, the worst he's done is 17 points. So the last 11 games, he just had 27 the other day against Nevada, 20 against Colorado State, 32 against Boise State, 33 at Utah State, 45 at Colorado State, 30 against San Jose, 32 against Air Force. When you go down the line, he's had some pretty impressive games this year. So stopping Bryce Hamilton will certainly be a big key for Boise State in this game. Another key is the free throw line. In that first matchup, if you this is not a post-game show. I don't know why I have pregame. There we go. In the first matchup, 29-7 were the free throws. 29-7 were the free throws in the first matchup. Boise State went to the foul line 29 times in that game, and it was only 7 free throw attempts, I believe it was, for UNLV. So Boise State's probably not going to have the same advantage at the free throw line in this one with the road crowd. And it's supposed to be a decent crowd tonight. Fans are filing in. It's going to be a nice little crowd. Won't be packed by any means. This is a 18,000 seat NBA arena, so it's not going to be packed. But you're going to have a nice little atmosphere tonight on a Saturday night in Las Vegas. Got the alcohol flowing. Going to be a good time. People placing some bets on the game. Going to be a lot of fun here tonight. So get those score predictions in. BSU seems to make the foul line a lot. They have at home, but not on the road. So at home they certainly have, but not on the road. Let's get to some score predictions here. 72-66, Ryan says. Someone else had the same score, so he's changing it to 63-58. We've got Mark going with 68-61. Ryan was asking about the attendance. It's going to be not bad. You can see on the crowd. You can see there if you're looking on the screen what it looks like. It's not great, but it's not going to be terrible. They got the band here. They got the cheerleaders. There'll be a nice little atmosphere for this one. Let's tell Bob and Abe hi. Yes, they're right over here. We'll maybe pan the camera here in a second before we get out of here. Let's see if we can. There's Bob and Abe right there doing their broadcast. So they're literally sitting right next to us. So they're sitting up here as well. And there's the court right there. Boise State is warming up on the Thomas and Mack Center court. Stewart says 63-59. Perry is saying 67-60. Kevin chimes in 63-59. Let's keep these going here. 72-65. Let us know where you're watching the game from, too. If you're in Boise or if you're in the attendance here at Thomas and Mack or wherever you're watching the game from, let us know. And we'll give some shout-outs to see if we have our Australian viewer today or someone else watching from somewhere cool. We got 71-67 for Kurt, 72-66 for Karen Rains. We got Jacob, got 68-62. Big Wade, 76-61. So keep the comments rolling in. Jacob watching in from San Francisco. Like that. Awesome. Melinda watching from Boise. We got Perry coming in from Lebanon, Oregon. Caldwell for Denise. We got Boise here. Portland, Oregon as well. So we got folks all over the country chiming in. Appreciate everybody for watching. Appreciate our sponsors, Lithia, Florida, Boise, Idaho Central Credit Union. This is, again, the BroncoNationNews.com pregame show. We got Iowa checking in here. Appreciate that, Alexandra, for checking in from Iowa. Thank you for watching. So we got Spokane coming in. Appreciate it, Amy. Oh, we got Colin Mitchell watching from Phoenix. All right, appreciate it, Colin. Let me know if I'm on mute or something. We just blame Colin when something goes wrong. So to this point, we haven't had anything big. But Eagle, we got Boise wins by 7 for Derek. And that's funny you say that, Perry, because I thought I butchered it right when I said it. So I'll take credit for that. We got Boise for Southwest 678. So appreciate everybody for chiming in. If you're watching on the YouTube stream, please go ahead and click like on the YouTube video there. It helps in the, I don't know how it works, but if you like us, we'd appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe as well. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're over 800 now. We're trying to get to 1,000. So we are over 800, and we're pushing towards 1,000 YouTube subscribers. You can see Boise State is on the left side of the court warming up. Apologize for not being closer to the court here, but this is where they stuck us for the media. So this is where we will be watching the game from. Boise State Athletic Director Jeremiah Dickey is in the house tonight. I think this is one of the first road games that he's ever been to as Boise State AD for basketball. I don't remember him coming to too many, and I did see him make his way into the game here a short time ago. So Jeremiah Dickey is in the house. Yes, there is a big Kansas game going on right now that I'm missing, so I am disappointed to that. Ryan, appreciate you for subscribing to YouTube the other day. Appreciate that. And the website. I did see that come through, Ryan. I really appreciate that. Ryan jumped in with a subscription to BroncoNationNews.com, so really appreciate that. The pregame shows just kind of get you set. We try to get an announcer on if we can or something. The pregame shows are cool, but the postgame shows are more fun. We'll have Leon Rice on live. We'll have players on live. So we kind of set the scene for you on the pregame show, but you get more of your money's worth on the postgame show. So come on back on the postgame show after the game's over. We'll have Coach Rice and players live interviews. So watch the game on CBS Sports Network. Then flip your smart TV over to the YouTube app and just load up Bronco Nation News, and we'll have all kinds of live interviews on the postgame show. Let's hear from Leon Rice. You know, Boise State's in an interesting scenario here. 3 games left. They control their own destiny in the Mountain West. If Boise State wins the final 3 games, they win the #1 seed, and they are the outright Mountain West champions. So they control their own destiny. They work for 200-plus days or whatever it's been since the end of last season to get to this point. And here they are. They need 2 wins to share the title, 3 wins to get it by themselves. And I asked Leon Rice earlier this week what it's like now to control your own destiny and be so close to potentially finishing this thing off and winning a Mountain West title.
You know, there's a lot of really, really tough games left, and you know, you guys should know. I mean, as you've seen these, there's such a fine line between the first place team and the 6th place team. It's 2 possessions, you know, in one game, and 1 possession in another game, and one, you know, on and on and on. And so the like I said, the magic of this team is how we've stayed in these moments. So we're not looking at that really. It's just the can we go play against the more, you know, you look in the last 3 or 4 weeks, UNLV's playing as good as, if you cut out the first month of the conference, now they're one of those teams that's in a fight for a championship and is as good as anybody, and that's who we're facing on Saturday. And like I always say, it's not who you play, it's when you play them, and we're playing them, and they're playing their numbers over the last 5 games have been remarkable, and you know, they're in the top of every category if you just take those last 5 or 6 or 7 games, but whatever it is. But so we know that, and our guys know that, and we're going to have to play one of our best games of the year on Saturday to accomplish the mission.
Hey, you know me, guys. It wouldn't be me doing one of these without being on mute for a few seconds. So, yeah, I got it. There was only about 10 seconds on that one. So what happens is, just so you're aware, when I play the clips, I put myself on mute so you can hear the clips better, and then I forget at times to unmute myself. So, but we're back now, so you can hear me and everything's good. So that was a pretty only a couple seconds there. So, yeah, who's going to the tournament? Someone else is asking. Anyone else going to be in Vegas for the tournament? We'll have our Bronco Nation News Bash over at Circa. Come join us Wednesday night before the tournament starts over at Circa Resort and Casino. I was there today. I'm staying there tonight. It's an amazing casino. So come on over there and check it out. Wednesday night before the tournament, we'll have a big gathering, 7 to 9 p.m. We'll try to do some pregame bashes as well with the Blue Collar Club. Yep, I blame Colin. Blame Colin. He should be making sure I'm not on mute, so we'll just blame Colin for that again. But as you can see, Karen Rains will be there. Who else is coming to Big Wade, I think, is going, right? Yep. So Bryce Hamilton, in his last 11 games, the worst he's done, like I said, is 17 points. But don't forget, guys, the last time Boise State played against UNLV, they did not have Emmanuel Acott. Emmanuel Acott did not play the last time Boise State played UNLV a couple weeks ago. And hopefully now that, for Boise State's sake, they can have Bryce Hamilton, have E-Man and Acott and Kejab maybe take some turns on him and try to limit his scoring a little bit. He's a lefty. That's a little different, but he's the best scorer in the Mountain West, one of the top scorers in the country. So there's our referees down there. Just finished their pregame huddle. We got DG Nelson, Mike Cyphers, and I can't see who the third referee is right there. But Colorado's up on Arizona by 13. How about that? Leon Rice is probably happy about that. But let's hear from one more from Leon Rice talking about Bryce Hamilton, how hard it's going to be to stop him, and having Acott back to help out.
First of all, talking about Hamilton, I mean, he's not just in our conference. He's maybe one of the best scorers in the country. I mean, he is a handful. And when you look at a guy like that, there's not many, you look at historically throughout college basketball, the teams I've seen and the great scores, sometimes there's a great scorer and you do an awesome job on him and you can limit his points and he seems to be one of those guys that when he gets it going, it doesn't matter what the opponents are doing. It really doesn't. You run two guys at him, like Colorado State did.
Not sure why that clip didn't work there. Sorry about that. Mike Cyphers, DG Nelson, and Tommy Nunez is the third official. I just remembered his name. Tommy Nunez down there. So should be a good one for Boise State. What did I do? I didn't do anything. I don't know what happened with that. Sorry if it wasn't working. We got not the best refs. Yep, folks are asking about who can come back next year. We'll talk about that on the post-game show as we get ready for senior night. But, the only senior not eligible to return is Abu Kejab. And as of now, Abu Kejab is the only senior they plan to honor on senior night. So UNLV now taking their way off the court. Both teams into the locker room for the final time. It's going to be Boise State and UNLV coming up at the top of the hour on the CBS Sports Network. You can listen to Bob and Abe on KBOI as well, the radio side. And then post-game, come on back. We'll have the live post-game interviews with Coach Rice and some players after the game. So come on back post-game. We appreciate everybody for checking this out, and we're going to get out of here before we break the Mountain West rules of being off 15 minutes before tip-off. So should be a fun one tonight. Boise State needs this one. They need 2 of the last 3 games to clinch a share of the Mountain West title, and this would be a big one to have tonight here on the road at UNLV. So Boise State trying to win the title, trying to clinch and push their way closer to a spot in the NCAA tournament. So come on back post-game. Enjoy the game, folks. We'll talk to you after the game with the live Lithia Florida Boise post-game show. Interviews, highlights, analysis, and more. Come on back to the post-game show, Bronco Nation News. And maybe during the game, while you're watching the game, head on over to BroncoNationNews.com and sign up for a subscription. $70 for the whole year, $6.99 a month. Go ahead and sign up for a subscription during the game, and then we'll see you on the post-game show afterwards. So appreciate it, guys. Should be a fun one tonight. And we'll talk to you on the post-game show. Bronco Nation News, Bronco Nation